Happy Thursday, guys. Welcome to Brush Your Bat for Thursday, August 12th. We're also going to touch on Bellator 264 tonight. Feel like I've done a thorough enough analysis on Stotsy. Rolling with our boy Stotsy. He's up to like 425 plus 430. We'll touch on that in a bit. Player of the night last night in MLB for Wednesday night. Jed strikes again. We're not going to give it to him. But Jed, huge 3-run bomb in the 8th, does it again. Jed strikes again. Jed strikes back. May the Jed be with you. He's such a solid guy. But we got to give the award to Corbin Burns. Absolutely masterful start, even if it's against the Dregs, a struggling lineup. Pitchers don't pitch deep anymore, and he goes 8 solid, well, 8 more than solid, 8 Rembrandt on 99 pitches, efficiency, 15 Ks, 10 in a row at one point, 74 of 99 pitches, 4 strikes. Super impressive. Would also like to throw a little shine on a couple youngsters with promising futures. Shall we say, honorable mentions. Big start from Bailey O'Bear. We were behind him today working through trouble versus a division rival in a tight game where he didn't get any run support. Very impressive. Another solid start from Tariq Skubal, who we like a lot. Yeah, just a lot of good young pitching in the league, huh? A lot of guys like busting through right now that are going to have very successful futures. Speaking of one, we'll take the Orioles minus 133 over the Tigers. Means over Manning. That's who we were talking about. I don't think this is going to break like minus 145 if you want to wait. I think it's probably going to close. I feel like it'll close below minus 140. People love the Tigers right now, and rightfully so. They're playing good baseball. But Means is good, very good. And this Manning kid, I feel like he's going to get... maybe we just run into it again. Maybe we run into fading this little Tigers run. Maybe we run into the thicket again. But I feel like the spread just has to be a lot wider between two bottom-tier teams and just a massive pitching disparity. We'll roll with Johnny Means. The Yankees plus 151 over the White Sox. Heaney over Lynn. Now, Jake, why would we do such a thing? We like taking the White Sox at home with a good pitcher on the mound against a lefty. Midwest summer, ball flies out. But I think the line's set at like my plus 150. It's going to get drawn down. You already see the beginning of it. There's some sharp action rolling in, pulling it down. This will close below plus 150. And the reason why the line's going to move like that is because the Yankees are going to win. We got the juice. Talk about how many times is there going to be like 20 hits, a couple errors in a game, and only 7 runs scored? Like, missing the over yesterday, that's a low percentage effort. But I think, the Yankees were just hitting screaming hard balls directly at people. Even Gotti getting in on a full-on potty. But the Royals making like a couple base running blunders, stupid things. They should have scored a lot more runs yesterday. Why are we talking about the Royals? I just realized they don't matter at all. But the White Sox aren't playing particularly well either. Another team that got blanked. Probably should have scored more runs off O'Bear, but we like O'Bear. We got the juice. We got le juice. We were going to fade Lynn yesterday in that matchup. The pitching matchup got changed. We were going to fade Lynn because he got hit hard by the Twins his last time out. Whatever. The other part of that breakdown I left out was his previous start. Who was it against? He got smacked around in that one too. Lance Lynn's 10-3 with a 2.04 ERA right now. He's due to get hit. I mean, it's just got to happen. In the Cubs game, there was like a day game there, and even like the pitchers were hitting balls like relatively hard, just not finding holes. This regression's due. You can only have so many outings where it's like 6 innings, 6 hits, like 1 run, stuff like that. At some point, especially us, with our propensity to bomb places, I think US Cellular or whatever it's called now is a nice little launching pad for us tomorrow night. We're gonna hit Lance Lynn, man. Just Heaney, keep the lid on, the semblance of a lid on it. Like 4 runs over. No, dude, give us like a 3. Give us your best start so far as a Yankee. 5 innings, 3 runs, and I think we win rather easily. We're not White Sox believers. I don't care if they're 20 games over 500. I don't think they're making it out of the first round of the playoffs. We're going to look at the Dodgers, like anything under like minus 180 for the sweep. I think the Phillies are going to toss out Ranger Suarez, who will probably give them, 2 and change to 3 innings. And then it's going to be a mud bath. Just disappoint. I don't know whether it was the rain delay or whatever that threw the whole thing off. But I guess they expected it. That's why they came out with the relievers to start instead of Gibson. But disappointing out of the Phillies. It's interesting. I mean, nothing's changed, right? And it's interesting, like that NL landscape, just absolutely nothing's changed like over the course of the season. It's just like the Dodgers, the Brewers, and I guess the Giants have really proven themselves. But outside of that, it's like it just feels like whatever mush. So we'll look at the Dodgers. We'll post a little update on that. So now, Stotsy versus Magomed Magomedov. We're opened around like plus 300. We're up to plus 425, plus 430, which doesn't mean a bunch. I mean, people would just be like throwing Magomedov or whatever in a bunch of parlays early. These are super low limits. Frankly, doesn't matter. But I just took a piece at plus 425, plus 430 because this is insane. I had to take a piece of both because I maxed out the plus 430. But we touched on this fight a few nights in a row. Let's just kind of do a complete breakdown, kind of from the beginning of the fight to the end. First round, I think, is where we're most worried as Stots backers. At least in my opinion, Magomedov is super explosive early, throws all kinds of crazy shit because he doesn't mind getting taken down. You see that with a lot of Dagestani fighters now. It's like they're so adept on the ground. That's what allows you to throw the crazy whatever shit. It's like a Brandon Royval model. Like, I like that model. You can just do whatever the hell you want on the feet because you're so freaking adept on the ground. But in terms of all that crazy, like, spinning kicks, flying knees, like, you can tell he's, like, boys with Zabit. In terms of all of that, we have to be super weary early, but we've already had that, like, flash KO knockout early. The only loss that Stots has is a spinning back fist 15 seconds in versus Merab. I think that was in, like, Ring of Combat. It was on, like, Looking for a Fighter. I guess, Dana came to see Stots, and then Merab got the flash KO, whatever, rest is history, we don't sign Stots, etc. But this guy's come back from that, learned from it, super positive in interviews and stuff about it. I don't think that Magomedov is getting a flash KO here. He's not subbing him. I don't think he's finishing him. But early, right, we're going to have to weather something. Luckily, I've seen us take straight shots, get hit hard in fights. We do have a chin on us. And we're also like super high IQ cerebral. I just don't see us making the same mistake again. Maybe we take some combos and stuff like that early, but I think we can power through. Biggest things is that Magomedov, I feel like there's more question marks than people are talking about. Like, he's super dangerous early, but later on, like, he doesn't look that dangerous in nearly any of the fights he goes deep in. He's only fought twice in the last nearly 3 years. So I think November 2018, he's had 2 fights since then. And he has extremely difficult weight cuts. He's like a bigger guy, I guess. I don't know why he has such difficult weight cuts. He doesn't look huge. We're going to have a reach advantage in this matchup. But I'm unsure about the cardio. And I think people are wildly overrating that Peter Yan win. I don't really think it was a win rewatching it, the first matchup or whatever. Yan got a point taken away in like the 5th round or something. which is what gave Magomedov the win. I don't really think he won anyways, even giving him that, but that was also a much more inexperienced Peter Yan. Magomedov had the experience edge in that one. And then in the second matchup, Yan just handles Magomedov kind of rather easily, keeps applying pressure to him and stuff, is taking him down, using like those trip takedowns, all kinds of stuff, piecing up combos, whatever, as he gets tired, and just kind of dominates. And I think doing that laid out a game plan for old Stotsy Botsy here. Pressure, 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 and tire this guy out. I think we have the tools to do that. We have the elite wrestling. We have the athleticism. We probably have a strength advantage, at least you'd think. Magomedov likes working guys up against the cage, working the Dagestani hand grip thingy. How does he like getting thrown up against the cage, pin there, whatever, wear on his gas tank? And then we just keep moving forward with straight shots. Magomedov is going to throw crazy shit, hooks. Let's move forward with our straight shots, utilize our reach. I don't know. I also think, like, I already said the cardio, but I think the fight awareness of this Magomedov guy is overrated. Rewatched his last two fights against the CJ kid, CJ Hamilton, and then the Mateus Matos guy, which was his first fight back in a couple of years, so I get there's probably like jitters, a lot going through your mind, whatever. The guy lands like 2, 3, 4 illegal shots in that fight. Like, he knees a guy that, very similar to the Peter Yan thing, coincidentally enough, knees the guy in the face while he's coming up, and then right after, like it's right before the bell, throws like illegal elbows to the back of the guy's head after the bell. It's like, it was just insane that he didn't get disqualified, points taken away, something. I don't understand. But the point is, like, the awareness, there's just something about the awareness, gas tank, something in that to take from it. Maybe we can catch him. It's like, this Stots guy is like super high Q, super aware, like super cerebral guy, very high character. You hear about him talked about in interviews with Corey Sandhagen and other people about bringing him in, about how high level he is, how smart he is, how funny a guy he is, how fun a guy he is to be around, like very infectious personality. And that he's a monster, and I don't think we have evidence to say different. Like, if those relative experts are saying that, what do we have to say different? A 15-second spinning back fist KO from a top 10 bantamweight in the world? That's what when the guy's much younger. That disproves the thesis. I don't really think so. This guy has come up from the gutter, really tough situation, worked for and overcome every obstacle he's had in his way. I don't see how this one is any different. I think he probably wants it as well. Willing to do like anything to get it. You see how motivated, confident, whatever this guy is. He went to the same D2 wrestling school that Kamaru Usman went to. I guess they came into fighting at the same time. You see what Usman's doing. That probably rubs off a bit, kind of like the camp effect, like camp swell effect, if you want to call it that. And I feel like these Dagestanis, I hear the same narrative out of all of them. They're all like, I'm the best. I win like 3 more fights. I'm champion for a couple fights, then I retire. It's like, well, you can't all just become champion and retire at this. Like, it's I don't know. I don't feel like, I don't know. I think that Khabib thing, the legend, it almost like works negatively against some of these guys. They all just want to have this fairy tale thing where they're all like, I'm the best. I only fight a couple more times. I make shitloads of money and then retire. Like, same narrative from all of you. I don't think you can all do it. I think our biggest trouble is running into that volume early, maybe just getting behind in the volume. We're walking him down and stuff. He's able to keep the volume up, whatever. Maybe that extends and Magomedov is able to keep his gas tank up, but I don't think he's finishing us. And at plus 425, plus 430, I don't know, man. I think we are more than live. I don't understand this line. I don't understand the live movement. Sorry, I'm getting a little like burpy from the coffee or something. Because I'm going to pick my buddy up at the airport. Oh shit, I gotta go. But yeah, I don't understand the line movement. Dude, I think our boy Stotsy is an absolute savage, and he's just a little bit under the radar because of the Merab loss. I don't see any evidence otherwise. I honestly like the matchup. I think it's fine for us. Let's roll. So then Orioles tomorrow, Yankees tomorrow. And we will post some update about at least the Dodgers. Hope everybody has an absolutely wonderful Thursday. All right, we gotta go pick up Kenny.